Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurumilitamena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamakyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamstha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunadhanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadutam Parijana Sakitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namusute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarvyasya Kripa Sindhubhye Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaurabhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Isvaraka Paramaha Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadi Radhi Govindaha Sarvakarana Karanam Om Tat Sat Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, Raja Vidya, the king of knowledge. So with Krishna's causeless mercy, we are now nicely studying in the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, attaining the Supreme. So in the 7th chapter, Krishna told us very clearly that we can know about him fully by fixing our mind upon him. Maya Sakta Manahapa. So that way we can understand, know about Krishna fully. Yogam Yunjan Madasya. Asamchayam Samagram Mam Yatanyasisi Tachru. So that first sloka in the 7th chapter and the last sloka, sloka number 30, the last sloka, Krishna said, Prayana Kalecha Devidu. So they know me at the time of death. So he started in the very first sloka in the 7th chapter that let me explain to you, you hear from me completely, fully about me. So asamsayam samagrama, without any doubt, I'm teaching you fully about me. So then at the end, the last sloka Krishna says that, so Sadi Bhutadi Devam Mam Sadi Yajnam Cha Ye Vidugu Prayana Kale Cha Te Vidugu. So they understand Prayana Kale Picha Mam Te Vidugu Yukta Chetas. So they understand me at the time of death. So that means if we understand this Bhagavad Gita, because in Bhagavad Gita Krishna is teaching us, telling us that I shall explain to you, I will give you the knowledge, I will impart you the knowledge about me. So that means if we study and understand this Bhagavad Gita fully, like what we are doing every day. So like that, if we continue to study this Bhagavad Gita all the time, studying Bhagavad Gita, fully focusing on what Krishna is teaching us, so that means we are going to know him at the time of death. Sada Tadbhava Bhavita. So always whatever we remember, that's what we are going to remember at the time of death. If you always remember Krishna, then we will remember Krishna at the time of death. So the best way to remember Krishna is actually listening to him, hearing from him, understanding about everything from what Krishna is teaching us. So then that means Krishna is teaching us that manasamyamya machitto. So you control your mind by thinking about me. So you do everything for me. So you perform all this yajna dana tapa karma. So don't ignore that. So don't stop that. So like that, Krishna is teaching us everything. So everything in the mode of goodness. passion, and ignorance. Because until we are completely free from the modes of nature, we need to understand that we are controlled by the modes of nature. So that means by understanding this Bhagavad Gita, we should be doing only the activities which are in the mode of goodness. That's what is very important, because that is liberating. So that is binding us to the knowledge. That's binding us to the happiness. So the mode of goodness is purifying us, because it is nirmalatvat. It is impure. It has no impurities. That's what nirmalatvat. So tatra sattvam nirmalatvat prakasakam anamayam sukat sangena badnati jnana sangena chanak. So it binds us to sukha sangena, it binds us to jnana sangena. So with the binds us to the happiness, binds us to the knowledge. So that's what is going to happen. So with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna gives us all the strength what we need. Because we are going to fully depend on Krishna with this knowledge, like Arjuna did. In the battlefield, when Arjuna found out that Arjuna did not find, in fact, when Arjuna found out, there was no means for him to free from all the distress what he faced in the battlefield. When Arjuna found out that, so at that time he told Krishna that nahi prapasyami mama panudyad yachokam uchoshanam indriyanam. So I don't find any means to drive away this grief. Nahi prapasyami mama panudyad yachokam uchoshanam indriyanam. I don't find any means to drive away this grief, which is so intense that it is drying up all my senses. The intense heat coming from such a distress is actually drying up all my senses. That's what chokam, choshanam, indriyanam. Avapya bhuma vasapatram riddham rajyam suranam apichadipatyam. And in this condition, even if I get a kingdom equal to the heaven, it's not going to drive away my grief. So I'm not finding any means. So that's why Arjuna told Krishna, even in the first chapter itself, even if I become the king of all the three worlds, I can't drive away this grief. Then what is the purpose of this fight? What is the use of fighting here? So that's what Arjuna was asking Krishna. So, but when he had such kind of problems, but at that point of time, one thing he did, the right thing he did, so he basically surrendered unto Krishna. He told Krishna that, now I am surrendering unto you, you tell me what is good for me. That's what he did it. And he did the right thing. And then he got the knowledge. And Krishna gave him all the knowledge what he needed, because he was able to receive the knowledge because he surrendered unto Krishna. He was very submissive, in that submissive attitude. Tvam prapanam. I surrender unto you. That's what Arjuna told. So, sadimam tvam prapanam. So, sisyaste aham sadimam tvam prapanam. I am your disciple. Please instruct me. I'm a soul surrendered unto you. So that's what even Krishna is also asking in Bhagavad Gita, that you go to approach a spiritual master and render service unto him. So, tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena seveya. So, pranipatena pariprashnena seveya. So, you go and surrender to your spiritual master and then render service to him and get this knowledge. That's the main thing. So, that's how Arjuna got the knowledge from Krishna. So, that means when we want to receive this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, the submissive attitude is very important. So, that means having faith on what the teacher says. So, Arjuna had full faith on Krishna. So, he told very clearly that whatever you say, I accept that it is truth. Sarvameta tritam manye yanmam vadasi kesava. So, whatever you say, Kesava, so I completely accept that is the fact. So, that way, if we accept whatever Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, so that means we get the complete knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Just we need to accept. So, that's why this knowledge is a king of secrets. So, it's the most confidential knowledge. So, people who are not willing to accept whatever Krishna is teaching, they cannot get this knowledge. So, it's very clear. It's very, very clear. Krishna, if I don't believe in Krishna means, then how can we understand what Krishna is teaching in this Bhagavad Gita? So, we need to first have faith on Krishna. Then only we can understand what he's saying. If we don't even have that faith on Krishna, then how can we understand what Krishna is teaching us? So, that way, We are extremely fortunate that we have full faith on Krishna. So that's the reason we are able to study and understand this Bhagavad Gita. So we have finished the entire Bhagavad Gita once completely. And then we again started from the beginning. Now we are almost close to the middle of that. We are in the 8th chapter. So that way, we are not going to stop this. We are going to continue studying this Bhagavad Gita. So that means we are going to continue to remember Krishna. So that means we are day by day, we are actually making great progress towards Krishna. So Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita that in this effort there is no loss or diminution. Even a little advancement in this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. Neha Vikramanasosti Pratyavayo na vidyade Swalpam apiyasya dharmasya trayate mahatto bhayat. But we are putting so much effort here. Every day we are studying Bhagavad Gita, we are making great progress, we are understanding, and we are chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra together. And I'm sure in future we are going to study Srimad Bhagavatam. We are going to understand Krishna's wonderful Leelas, pastimes, and we are going to enjoy with Krishna Katha. There is no doubt about it. So that means we are making a lot of effort, not a little effort. Swalpam apiyasya dharmasya. It's not swalpam. It is so much of effort by Krishna's mercy. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, so we are getting ourselves continuously connected with Krishna with this knowledge. So that's going to take us to Goloka. There is no doubt about it. So that means we are going to get ourselves freed from this Janma Mrityu Jara, Vyadi, birth, old age, disease, and death. That's going to happen. It's simply a matter of time. So we have to just follow what Krishna says. What wonderful things will happen in our life. We'll be able to achieve whatever we want because we want to achieve them for Krishna. That's very important. So whatever we want, we will achieve, no doubt about it, because we want to achieve only for Krishna, for the satisfaction of Krishna. That's what our goal. Our goal is that at the end, whatever we do, whatever we achieve, whether our Lord, the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, whether He is happy with us or not, whether He is satisfied or not, that's what is very important. We don't have to really worry about satisfying anyone else. It's only directly between us and Krishna. That's it. Between only the soul and super soul. Jivatma and Paramatma. That's it. If Jivatma is able to get connected with Paramatma, because Paramatma, Krishna, is always witnessing, always overseeing. He is the overseer, permitter, and he is the maintainer, he is the enjoyer, he is the controller. Upadrishta, Anumanta, Bharta, Bhokta, Maheswaraga, Paramatma iti chayuktaga degeshwin purushaka param. So that way, if we are able to connect ourselves with Krishna with this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, so then everything is actually going to go in the right direction. Everything by Krishna's mercy, He will take care of us, no problem. He will certainly take care of us. And by His mercy, we will be freed from all miseries, all the miseries of material existence. Yajnatva mokshasya ashubha. So by knowing this, simply by knowing this, that's what Krishna is teaching us. Yajnatva, that's it. Yajnatva means just by knowing this. Just by knowing this, we are freed from all miseries. That much effect this Bhagavad Gita has. Just by knowing this Bhagavad Gita, just by understanding this Bhagavad Gita, all our problems are gone. All our miseries are gone. We are freed from the pains of material miseries. So this Bhagavad Gita is that much effective. We need to understand. So then by Krishna's mercy, we can fully depend on Him for everything. And definitely we will be able to see Krishna's mercy. He wants to see His devotees only enjoying. He doesn't want to see His devotees to struggle and suffer. That's very important. When Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Kaunteya pratijani name bhaktaga pranashyati, O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. So that means when we fully depend on Krishna, we don't have to worry about anything. Krishna will definitely make sure that we will do good only. We are not going to struggle and suffer for existence in this material world, but we are going to go and exist in spiritual world. That's what is very important. So we are missing our home. So that's very important. We need to go there. So this is temporary. This is miserable. This is changing. So here it's not fun. Everything is changing and it's keep on changing. And our life is going to come to an end. And we don't want to start another fresh life in this material world again. We want to go and start our life in Goloka. in Krishna's realm, and enjoy there forever. So that happens. If you are able to go enter into Goloka, if you are able to go to Krishna, so that is possible only by devotion, by no other means. Only by bhakti. Only by bhakti only we can go to Goloka. Simply there is no other way at all. Bhaktya mam abhijanati avan yaschasmi tattvataga tatho mam tattvato nyatva visate tat anantam. That's what Krishna says. Bhaktya mam abhijanati. Only by bhakti, only by devotion one can know me. Yavan yaschasmi tattvataga. So the tattvataga, so the fact, the truth about me, so one can know only due to devotion. So bhaktya mam abhijanati avan yaschasmi tattvataga tatho mam tattvato nyatva. So by knowing the tattva, by knowing this philosophy, this knowledge about Krishna, so visate tad anantaram, they will enter into the supreme nature which is ever existing. It's anantaram, which has no end. So anantaram. So that's what anantaram means, just no end. So there we are going to enjoy that forever. So if you go to Golok. So only with devotion. Bhaktya ananyaya sakya aham evam vidochana. So only by undeviated devotion. That's what. So only by that. So that's what devotion without deviation. So bhaktyat ananyaya sakya aham evam vidochana. One can know me fully. Jnatum drashtum cha tatvena praveshtum cha parantava. So that by knowing this knowledge, by understanding this knowledge, they can enter into my nature. Praveshtum cha parantava. They can enter into Goloka. So only with devotion, only with bhakti. So by Krishna's consciousness mercy, we are getting that bhakti from this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. When we are studying this Bhagavad Gita, the bhakti in our heart is increasing. We start loving Krishna more. We depend on Krishna for everything. That's what is needed. That's what we should do. And for everything, we have to simply depend on Krishna. So simply depending on Krishna, simply doing everything for Krishna. So by Krishna's consciousness mercy, we can go to Golok. So Bhagavad Gita is giving us that kind of opportunity. So like Arjuna did it, Arjuna got saved by Krishna's mercy because Krishna was there with him all the time and Krishna was protecting Arjuna and Arjuna was able to come out of all his troubles. So he said that I am now very well situated, my doubts are gone, my ignorances, my illusions are gone. So everything he said it, I'm going to act as per your instructions. So that's what we should do. We should say that I'm going to act as per Krishna's instructions. Karishye vachanam tava. So that is not only applicable to Arjuna, it is applicable to all of us. That karishye vachanam tava. We need to take that to our heart. So karishye vachanam tava. So I will act as per your instructions. So that's what we are supposed to do. We should act. We should follow Bhagavad Gita and do everything as Krishna, as per Krishna's instruction. So then our life makes very, very meaningful. Becomes very, very useful. That means we won't waste this precious human body, human life. Very, very rare. Many times I mentioned in the past. But we are using it. We are there because we are now very committed. We are studying this Bhagavad Gita. We are not going to stop it. And Krishna's consciousness mercy, we'll keep on studying this Bhagavad Gita and we'll go to Golok. So by Krishna's consciousness mercy, we are now in the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So we finished 11 slokas in the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. And Krishna is teaching us that how to know him at the time of death. First of all, we need to know that Krishna is the knower of everything. That's what we need to know. We need to know that Krishna is the knower of everything. Kavim, Puranam, Anusasitaram. So he's the oldest person and he is the supreme controller, Anusasitaram. Anoraniyamsam Anusmaretiga. So he's smaller than the atom. So that's how we need to think about Krishna. And Sarvasya Dataram Achintya Rupam Aditya Varnam Tamasaga Parasar. So he's the maintainer of everything. And Sarvasya Dataram, and he has inconceivable form, is luminous like the sun, Aditya Varnam, and Tamasa Parasat. He's above the ignorance, he's beyond, he's transcendental. So that's what we need to understand. So now we will continue Krishna's mercy, what we studied until now. In the 8th chapter. So in the 8th chapter, 10th sloka, what we studied, Krishna is teaching us. Prayana kale manasachalena bhaktya yukto yoga balena chaiva bruvor madhye pranamaveshya samyak satam param purusham upaiti divyam. So at the time of that prayana kali, so our mind without deviation, manasa chalena, bhaktya yukto, so engaged in devotional service with yoga bala, so with the devotional strength, what we get by engaging ourselves in devotional service, bhaktya yukto yoga balena chaiva, gruvor madhye pranamavesya. So we should bring our life here between the two eyebrows. So gruvor madhye pranamavesya samyak satam param purusham upaiti divyam. At that point of time, if we leave from this body, then we will attain the supreme person. That's what satam param purusham upaiti divyam, the transcendental supreme person. That's what we go to the Krishna's kingdom. So one who at the time of death fixes his life here between the eyebrows and by the strength of yoga with an undeviating mind engages himself in remembering the Supreme Lord in full devotion will certainly attain to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So then in the next sloka, what we studied in the last lecture, in the 11th sloka, in the 8th chapter, Yadaksharam Veda Vido Vadanti Vishanti Yadyatayo Vitaragaga Yadichanto Brahmacharyam Charanti Tate Padam Sangrahena Pravakshe Yadaksharam Veda Vido Vadanti. So those who are the knower of Vedas, what they say as Aksharam. So the syllable Om. So that's what Krishna. So Aksharam is syllable Om is Krishna. So Pranavaga Sarva Vedi. So I am the syllable Om in all the Vedas. So Vedyam Pavitram Omkara. So I am the Omkara. So that's what here Yadaksharam. So that's what Om. So Veda Vido Vadanti. So those who are this knower of Vedas, they say what Om. So they say Om Visanti Yatyatayo Vitaraga. So freed from all attachments, Vitaraga. So by endeavoring, so they will enter into kingdom. Krishna's that Padam, that Krishna's kingdom. Yadichanto Brahmacharyam Charandi. In order to go to Krishna, so they practice celibacy. That's what is very important. Yadichanto Brahmacharyam Charanti Tate Padam Sangrahena Pravakshem. So let me explain to you how to come to me. So that's what Krishna is saying there. So in summary, I shall explain. That's what Sangrahena Pravakshem. Persons who are learned in the Vedas, who utter Omkara, and who are great sages in the renounced order, enter into Brahman. Desiring such perfection, one practices celibacy. I shall now briefly explain to you this process by which one may attain salvation. So then in the next sloka, what Krishna is teaching in the sloka number 12. Sarvadvarani samyamya Manohridi nirudhyacha Murdhyadhyatmanaha pranam astito yogadaranam. So at the time of death, leaving the body, so we don't have to worry. Krishna's mercy, we will get all this. If we have yoga balam, we can do what Krishna is saying here, what Krishna is teaching here. Sarvadvarani samyamya. We should be able to close all our gates in our body. So how many dwaras? Navadvara. Navadvara pure dehi naiva kurvan nakarani. We already studied in the 5th chapter. Sarvakarmani manasa sanyasyaste sukam vashi navadvare pure dehi. So Navadvara puram. That's what city of 9 gates. That's what our body. So Sarvadvarani samyamya means by closing all the gates, by controlling all the gates. So Mano Kriti Niridhyacha. So by fixing our mind and our heart. So that means Krishna is there in the heart. Krishna is saying that I am seated in everyone's heart as a super soul. Sarvasya Chaham Kriti Sannivishto. Kriti. So that's what Mano Kriti Niridhyacha means, fixing our mind on Krishna, because Krishna is there in our heart. So Murdhyadyatmanaka Pranam. So by fixing our pranam, the soul, and our head. That's what earlier we studied in the previous slokas, that between the two eyebrows, Bhruor Madhye. So that's what in the head. So that's what Murdhnyadayatmanaga Pranam Asito Yoga Dharam. So that's what is the yogic situation. One should sit like that, and one should practice that, and we will do that, and we will go to Krishna if we remember Krishna like that. So that's what Krishna is teaching us. That's the way to go to leave this body to go to Goloka. So the yogic situation is that of detachment from all sensual engagements, closing all the doors of the senses and fixing the mind on the heart and the life here at the top of the head. One establishes himself in yoga. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished the 12th chapter, 12th sloka in the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So let us chant 2 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which will roughly take about 15 minutes. Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swamini Tinamini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamini Tinamini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavari Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaurabhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna. Hema Mataji, Hare Krishna. Brinda Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, how are you?
By Krishna's mercy, I'm fine, Mataji. Hare Krishna. How are you?
No, I missed the first little part of this sloka. Could you just tell me the gist of it?
Yes, Mataji. The sloka today, 8th chapter, 11th, 12th sloka we studied.
Yeah.
So what Krishna is
the main idea of it.
Yes, Sarvadvarani Samyamya Manokriti Nirudhyacham Murdhyadayatmanaka Pranam Astito Yoga Dharanam. So by controlling all our gates in our body, means all the senses basically, Sarvadvarani Samyamya Manokriti Nirudhyacha, by fixing our mind in the heart. So that means by fixing our mind on Krishna. So Murdhini Adaya means by fixing our the soul, the Atmanaga. So Atmanaga means the soul. By bringing our soul to our head, means between the two eyebrows. So Pranam Asito Yoga Dharanam. So that situation is known as yogic situation. That's what Yoga Dharanam. That's what Krishna is saying. So by that way, if we leave from this body, then we will go to Goloka. That's what he is telling.
That is
so the yogics, yes,
the most difficult part.
We need to practice, Mataji.
Practice.
Krishna's mercy is there, then everything is easy, Mataji.
Right. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Sangeeta Mataji, Sangeeta Malhotra Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Guruji, really like your class a lot. I want to be regular, yes, because of my travel. And yes. Really enjoy. Yes. Feeling very blessed to be with you. Very blessed. Yes.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yes.
Yes.
Even the chanting is so soothing. Yes.
Yes.
Really. Yes. I want to practice more chanting also. Yes. Want to improve every day, little by little.
Yes. Krishna's
Yes. And I want to be attached to you. Yes.
Yes, Mother. Krishna's mercy is there, no doubt, Mother. By Krishna's costless mercy. Hare Krishna, Mother.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. SK Gar Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Guruji, thank you very much for all your lectures on a daily basis. And I always feel that this is the best thing which has happened to me in the last about 2.5 years. It's for me, it is the best part of my 24 hours of the day. When I get this, I am really in the bliss And it's all possible because of you. By Krishna's mercy, I got connected to you.
Yes.
And the Guruji, this knowledge is wonderful knowledge, Bhagavad Gita knowledge. There can be nothing can be better than this. In fact, our all day-to-day life problems, we can very well relate to the teachings, the plot, what is happening in this the Bhagavad Gita, and we can the way Arjun surrenders to the Krishna and then did everything to the best of his capacity. That's all we have to do in our life.
That's it.
So Guruji, thank you very much for giving us this knowledge. I don't have any really words to convey my feelings. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Ashok Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Namaskar, sir. A very nice rendition, as usual. Very nice to listen equally. I have a submission that as far as celibacy is concerned, did Arjuna maintain the celibacy?
Yeah. So everything as per the Krishna's, with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita when he followed, so that's what is very important. Everything, see, that question is only, Krishna only knows. If for that question only Krishna can answer. He knows. He's situated in everyone's heart, correct? Definitely Arjuna. What, Prabhu?
I hope you got me, na?
Yeah, but so what you mean is that, Prabhu, like, see, this is what we are talking about is at the time of leaving the body. That's what Krishna is explaining, right? So even if a person, yes, Prabhu. See, even if a person gets into a Grihastha ashram, so there definitely one cannot maintain celibacy, but that is not going to be permanent. So these 4 ashrams are there: Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasa. So that question, if you ask, did Arjuna maintain? So definitely, at that time everybody goes through these ashrams. So when they go to sannyasi ashram, so that means they leave the house, they leave the palace, everything they do. So that means that is the way Krishna is teaching here about celibacy at the time of death. That's what it means.
The rest of the life is okay.
Yeah, if a person enters into the Grihastha ashram, then you cannot maintain celibacy, correct? But still, Krishna said that which is not contrary to the religious principle. Kamosmi, I am the sex life, which is not contrary to the religious principle. That's what Krishna said in the 7th chapter we studied, correct? Dharma vrito bhutesu. So, Kamosmi bharata sabha, that's what he said. According to the Esprit.
Thank you very much, sir.
You understand that, correct, bro?
I got it, but there may be certain questions again.
But if a person is a yogi who is able to bring their life here between the eyebrows, then definitely at that point of time he is completely freed from everything in this material world. This is only applicable to at that point of time. That's what Krishna is. What Krishna explaining is about the yogic situation at the time of death. Yes, then only to leave the body. If some person is still at that time very much attached to material sense objects, so then he is not a yogi. That's not applicable to such persons, correct?
Right.
If you ask Arjuna whether he went to Golaka, for sure he went to Golaka, because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, anybody gets this knowledge will definitely go there. That's what he says. Arjuna got that knowledge directly from Krishna. So for your question, did Arjuna maintain celibacy? Yes. At the time of death, he definitely maintained celibacy. He went to Golaka. Yes.
But at that time, he got a rendition from the Krishna. There was nothing like that when he was enlightened.
Yes, he is getting the knowledge. He is getting the knowledge from Krishna. Even though he was with Krishna all the time, he was not having the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So he was getting the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Like we are all studying Bhagavad Gita, correct?
Okay. He was in the process of.
Yes. But
Thank
only
you.
once he listened from Krishna, immediately he surrendered. He was doing what Krishna wanted him to do. That's it.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank
So
you.
nice.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Subbalakshmi Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Krishna.
Explanation very wonderful, Guruji. But seventh sloka, Tasma Sarveshu Kaleshu Ma Manusmara Yudhyaja Maya Arpita Mano Buddhi Mame Vaishyasya Samsara. So always thinking to me, always remembering whatever your sadhana will doing, you are thinking to me. Yes, Prabhuji?
Yes, yes. Always, whatever we do, remember Krishna and do it. So that means do everything for Krishna. Then only we can remember Krishna. Okay?
Yeah.
If you are remembering Krishna, means we are doing that for Krishna.
So we are trying to do like that.
Yeah, if we are doing it for ourselves, we will be thinking about the results, whether we will get the results or not. But if we are doing it for Krishna, we won't think about the results. We will only think about Krishna only.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Rama. Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram. Hare Ram. Ram Ram.
Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Sheila Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for the class daily, Guruji.
Yes, Mataji. Krishna is
Very nice. Today we learned how to control the 9 gates of the city.
Yes, Mataji.
That's important.
Krishna is giving us the knowledge how to.
Giving us every day one new point so that we slowly, step by step, try to reach him.
Yes.
Thank you, Guruji, for everything. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji, for your efforts, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Lisa Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the class today, Guruji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Guruji, for us the best and the right thing to do is to have faith in Krishna and to surrender to him.
Yes.
So we should serve him with devotion. And only if we have faith, Krishna will help us to understand and he will give us the knowledge. So the main thing is that we should have faith in him.
Krishna. That's it.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji, for the daily classes, for your effort, which helps us to build our faith.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Sumati Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Thank you for the class, Guruji. Thank you for keeping us in Krishna consciousness. And all the yogis and sadhus or people who do everyday chanting and everyday meditation, so they will know when their time of death is nearing also, isn't it, Guruji? So that they will be able to focus their mind fully on Krishna. Yes, so it is the continuous meditation and continuous focusing on Krishna. You will yourself understand your body's language at the time of when death nears, and then only you'll be able to focus your life energies on near the eyebrows. Yeah.
Exactly.
So that is what we should be aiming for then, Guruji. Okay.
That is correct. With Bhagavad Gita, that's going to happen.
Okay. Okay.
So with
Guruji.
Bhagavad Gita knowledge, that we will be able to elevate ourselves to that yogic situation, no doubt.
Okay. Okay, Guruji.
Krishna's mercy is there. We are getting there, and we will be. That is the way to. When at the time of death, we should be able to detach completely from this material world. So that's very important.
Yes.
That means we should be start detaching now itself, not only simply at the time of death. If we are detached, first of all, we don't know when we are going to die.
Correct. Yeah.
So we have to be detached all the time. Yes.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Rama. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Lakshmi Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji, Pranam Guruji.
Pranam Prabhu.
By the causeless mercy of Krishna, Krishna the Anushasita, controller and maintainer, they are able to study Bhagavad Gita. Today's class is wonderful class. Bhagavad Gita, the king of knowledge. In the 8th chapter, it is concerned about how to attain the Supreme. At the time of death, how to remember Krishna is a question. For that, the solution is always remember Krishna. Then only we can know Krishna at the time of death and remember by understanding Bhagavad Gita all the time. Focus on Krishna, do everything for Krishna. The mode of goodness, which is binding us with the knowledge and which is also purifying us, binds us to Sukha Sangena, Jnana Sangena. In the battlefield, Arjuna, to drive away his grief, he ultimately surrendered to Krishna. That is the right thing. He got knowledge from Krishna, having full faith on Krishna. We also, like Krishna, surrender unto Krishna, follow Bhagavad Gita, do as per Krishna's instructions, making our life useful. We have to have full faith on Krishna. We are continuously connecting with Krishna, then we achieve. Whatever we achieve, that is for Krishna. Ultimately, we have to serve Krishna, the super soul. We have to connect with Bhagavad Gita knowledge. That is the right path. Just by knowing Bhagavad Gita, we get freed from all miseries of the material world by only Krishna's mercy. Krishna wants us, his devotees, to progress spiritually. We want to go to Goloka. That is possible only with bhakti, full devotion, undeviated devotion. Then only by the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we can attain the Supreme Lord. In the 8th sloka, in the 8th chapter, 11th sloka, it was told that sages who learned Vedas, they know that Krishna is the Akshara and the syllable Omkara. They renounce all attachments, practice celibacy to attain Krishna, to enter the Brahman. And in the 12th sloka, it is told that the yogic situation is achieved by, at the time of death, closing all the gates, that is detachment from all senses. All the 9 gates, that is nothing but detaching from all senses by fixing our mind and soul between the 2 eyebrows, and by heart we remember Krishna, and then we go to Goloka by our devotion. This is what told in the 12th sloka. Everything is very nicely understood, Guruji. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Anita Mataji, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna. Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram.
Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram.
Hare Rama.
Pranam.
Pranam Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Mohanan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam Prabhu. Pranam Prabhu.
Thank you so much for the class, Guruji. As usual, it is an excellent class. And it will take much time, Guruji, to reach this stage. And only thing we can keep trying only. It's all very difficult thing. That's what I, after reading and after listening, this logo, I don't think, I don't know when we can reach that stage. Guruji,
Neva
anyway,
Saranam Gacha Sarvabhavena Bharata Tat Prasadat Param Santim Sthanam Prapsasi Avim. So we will go only by surrendering unto him in all respects, everything will happen.
yes, Guruji. Yes, Guruji. Anyway, yes, Guruji. We should keep trying and keep progressing. That is only a way to reach that stage. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Student Shiva's Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Aruna Devi Mataji, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Today, faith in our Guru, and we can, to get the knowledge, little bit of knowledge of Bhagavad Gita can protect us. Krishna protect us. We are able to go loka only by bhakti, devotion, by knowing philosophy, knowing Krishna. Time of death, by Abhyasa Yoga and devotion with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, remembering Krishna and chanting Hare Krishna, Maha Mantra always should practice.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Pranam, Prabhuji.
Pranam, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Sunil Shivas Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Kumbo Nandi sir. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sunil Shivas Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji, Dandavat Pranam Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare Ram,
Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Pranam Guruji.
Brindaji Singh Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Guruji, we always hearing that we have to surrender to Krishna. So means we don't also use our own intelligence. We surrender with total faith in Krishna and keeping him in mind, take our decisions according to whatever intelligence we use at that time.
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Yes, Mataji. I think your voice is breaking, Mataji. Were you able to hear me, Mataji?
Yes. So, yes, now I can hear. So, what we need to do is use our intelligence along with keeping Krishna in mind.
That is good.
That's how we make our decisions, Guruji. By surrendering unto Krishna, we actually mean just relying totally. Yes, Guruji.
Yes, Mataji. For some reason, your voice is breaking. I couldn't hear you fully, Mataji.
When you say surrender to Krishna, you mean all our activities, everything, our intelligence, we surrender to Krishna.
Everything should be done only for Krishna. Yes, everything we should do it for Krishna.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. We will now listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,